Okay, welcome back. This is still Men's Team Up, the men's modern ultimate guide, of course. Well, this is a time where we need your input. Well, it is all about our hot topic for today. When does cheat start? Or when will you start cheating?
Yeah, when does cheating
Whether
start?
A guy or a girl, when do you really start cheating? Well, you know the numbers to call out 080-9122-2283, 080-9122-2284, 080-9122-2285, 080-9122-2286. And of course, on Twitter is R2_TV, Facebook R2TV, and YouTube R2TV, and Instagram R2TV. And you can also download our program on your phone. Why not? It's possible. You can watch us on Multi TV or Joy TV on channel 001. Well, I'm waiting for your calls, actually. It's a very interesting topic. I know you will like it. Guys, when does cheat start?
All right, before we go any further, I'm just going to quickly take some of them from social media, Facebook to be very precise. Basira Jokesh Shitabe says it starts when the opposite sex starts keeping secrets.
Oh, man.
And then let me just take one more and then we can go into the proper discussion for the day. We have Patience Oluwa Fumilayo, and she goes, cheating starts at the moment when he or she says I and the other party responds and sustains the conversation, especially when you know deep down that you should not indulge the other party. Well, before we go any further, we have a phone call. Adetola. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, Adetola. How are you this evening? Yes, we can hear you, Adetola.
We can hear you, Adetola.
I'm fine.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Adetola, can you do us a favor? Can you reduce the volume on your TV set? Can you do that? Hello, Adetola.
Adetola, go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead. Okay.
All right, so I'm just going to continue from what I was reading. Adetola, please do call back. We're expecting your phone call. So we have cheating starts at the moment when he or she says I, and the other party responds and sustains the conversation, especially when you know deep down that you should not indulge in the other party with staying in touch. Such things encourage people to go on. It is a green light, and once they see it, they are sparked to move. This is when cheating starts. You still time to talk to the person, avoiding not getting caught, and within you live with guilt when the thought of that person crosses your mind sometimes. The thought never even leaves. Okay, so according to Patience Oluwafumulayo, that is our definition of cheating. You guys agree?
Well, I mean, everybody is having his or her right and opinion when it comes to this kind of thing. This is why we open the phone line so they can contribute. But my thoughts are not like that, actually. Personally, I think cheating is something that, as ladies say, we are dogs, but not totally agree with that. There are some men who actually doesn't cheat. And the other thing is that, you see, they causes it because you know, these days you really need to convince them, and if you don't have the financial power to convince them, you have to have the lyrical power, you know, and with the lyrical power, it means you're going to talk.
Lyrical power?
Yes.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to say, the verbs, you must get the verbs. So if you got to convince them with your mouth, then definitely there'll be some little bit of lies in it. And when the love gets started, you know, she will see those lies. And sometimes, you know, some girls will just cope with it. Some will say, oh, so this is what he did to get me. And so this guy is not serious. So I should not put all my hope on him. So let me just have a spare tire.
But the point is, at what point do you think
it starts? Where's
like,
that point where...
When do you cross that border?
Exactly.
You know, you're in a relationship and then, you know, you meet someone. Is it when you exchange phone numbers or when you start calling regularly? Or when the thought comes to you like, hey, I like that girl. You know, when does it start?
Yeah, you see, the thing is this, when you meet a girl, for example, you know, let's say just go to the eatery, okay? You meet a girl and she looks like someone you know. And you say hi, and you guys joke a little bit, exchange numbers. Definitely you want to call her again. You know, so it can start from a phone exchanging.
Okay.
or opinions
Does it
changing,
mean
you
that
understand?
because you're in a relationship or you're in a marriage, that means you can't exchange phones? I don't think it starts there.
No.
Is it the moment when you lose trust
Yeah, that's
in the person?
That's the thing.
I wouldn't say when you exchange a call, look, as a guy, your wife is not your only female friend. You definitely have one or two. Yes, you would have dropped, most married people don't go for parties as much as they used to go to. I'm talking about the married people now. We'll talk about the married people and then we'll talk about maybe
Singles,
a relationship, yes. People that are in a relationship, not married, maybe the boyfriend and the girlfriend. But then, for a married couple and all of that, see, the moment you lose trust, the moment you start taking solace in somebody else's arms, or not arms now, I mean, in someone else's words. It doesn't have to be, for me, the act of copulation or sex, as the case may be, by that point, you are gone far past cheating. It starts from an emotional level, psychological level. The moment you lose trust
Lack
in
of
that person,
satisfaction sometimes do cause that as well.
I know. What I'm saying is that where it
because-
starts, the point, yes, maybe, okay, you said maybe sexual satisfaction that you're not getting. In your mind, you start thinking of, I can get this somewhere else. You see,
Yeah.
that's where you start.
And also, you see, I mean, do you know why it could be better that a woman stay a virgin till she meets her husband? The reason being is because when you have tested 1, 2, 3 kind of men, and you happen to be in love with someone with maybe smaller size and something like that, you start thinking about,
But guys, seriously,
I got
seriously,
something before.
Seriously,
so,
now, we're already crossing the border.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to quickly dive into social media once more and tell you what the guys on Facebook had to say about this particular topic. Adebola Santo Gishino goes like, it starts when you start fantasizing about them curves. Now, I guess he's talking about
But what?
the
every
male's
every
perspective.
guy would fantasize, man.
Then Babani Fesi Baruch Akpata says this, let me paint a picture. So you're married, right? Then you decide to call your wife, but right when you're entering a number, someone else's number comes to mind. So you decide to call that lady instead. Once you get to this phase, only true love and God can stop you from cheating. This, for me, is when cheating starts. Cheers. That's a very good example from Babani Fesi Baruch Akpata. Like, a lot of times, a lot of guys in relationships find themselves in this particular predicament whereby maybe they just met a new girl that they fancy. Maybe they're not thinking about anything intimate with them, but then, this particular situation happens whereby they pick up their phone, they want to call their girlfriend or wife or partner, and at the long run, they just go like, okay, you know what, let me just call this other person. Do you think that's when it starts, when that process starts?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's his opinion. He could be right. Why not? But also, when they start misbehaving, you start cheating. Sometimes it do happen as well.
If I was going to, if I was going to say, I think at that point, before something happened, before the girl's name would start entering your mind, you most probably had, like you said, like Adebola Santo Agustino said, where you start fantasizing about it. Because you see, even if you don't cheat, many men have fantasized about other ladies, even while in a relationship. But let's not talk about just marriage. You understand? Okay, before we go on ahead, we have Mustafa from Niger. Hello, Mustafa. Hello.
Hello, Mike. How far?
Is that the Mustafa, the one we know?
Of course, not me, Mike. Not me.
Mustafa, turn down the volume on your TV set, please. Turn down the volume on your TV set, Mustafa. Mustafa, turn down the volume on your TV set, please.
I don't turn it down.
Nice one. Mustafa, I didn't get you on Beat the Clock today. What happened?
At the office, honestly.
Wow.
I was very busy at the office.
Jairo misses you.
It was around 2 that I called. I remember that I was supposed to call you. I said, God, imagine.
Jairo misses you, by the way.
On Thursday,
yeah. Jairo will be with you on Thursday. Okay, so Mustafa, we're talking about cheating. When do you think that it starts?
For me, cheating starts when you stop trusting your woman. When you don't trust your wife anymore, then you find one excuse or the other to console yourself. So at that particular, are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get.
So at that particular time, you find somebody like, okay, let me be talking to this person so that I will share my problem with her. And at that particular, from that instance, then from there, you now start, developing some funny things like that. You start teaching from that part. For me, when you don't like your woman anymore or you don't trust her anymore, that's when you start cheating.
What up from the woman to the guy? Is it only the guy we're looking at? But it's an example, and you're talking about the guy cheating on the lady. What about when the lady cheats on the guy?
That one is a very serious issue. Lady guy a serious issue. They are in short. You know, girls now, they get this kind of funny habit. If you just see one guy now, one tall guy, you know, with nice beard, like Olamide J, like the guy like that. Just like from there, a guy not go matter again. You go start to cheat on the guy now. You know, the girl if you just see you now because the way you dress, she go just trip.
Wow.
Now so then if you just trip for your dress, she go start to fall. Then that time a guy no matter again.
Wow.
The guy know the dress well. You know go like him. He don't start with that. Now this guy go call her. She go dey say she dey busy.
Wow.
You know that kind of thing now.
Wow.
For girls, a very big issue. No be small issue. Now be girl. As guy, now when you are trouble, that's when you start cheating on a girl. But girls, don't use any reason to cheat on you. Money, say you no handsome, say one get job you never get, say one guy get car you never get. All those kind of issues, get people use and they cheat.
Mustafa
So you as a guy, now you just get more reason to cheat. So girls own a big issue. When we start, we no go finish am.
Mustafa, say some of them, say some of them so that you can lose them all, eh?
Yeah,
Don't say all
not
of them.
all of them.
Better.
In short, most of them. Now just few people now in go tell. Most of the girls, now most of them, now then they cheat.
Okay.
Yeah, then what? Serious to lose, man. Sorry, let me speak by Robert business. Now Allah show go now in the now. So if they see person with better party, they don't move on.
Wow.
You still get one quality way you like. If you say another guy will pass you don't leave you with that though.
Wow.
I tell you, if one guy will pass you with that quality, she will leave you.
Wow.
They don't get that message for face. They don't get that.
Wow.
So now the thing, so now the issue with that.
Wow.
All right. Thank you very much, Mustafa, for your feedback.
Mustafa, you're a great guy.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you very much. Thank you, Mustafa. The guy's lighting up the body. I mean, Mustafa said a lot.
Yeah,
But you know, it got me thinking. Something he actually says. Let's look at the ladies. We'll be talking about the guys since.
Yeah.
The ladies said something as simple as how well you dress, and she has left her guy.
Even your perfume. You go
Wow!
close.
Oh yeah.
You pass, you're smelling good. Oh, bam. Yes.
Really?
It's funny things.
I'm actually. I know that this
little
is,
things, man.
I'm shocked. I know that this is true.
Yeah.
But I'm still shocked.
No, little things. Just
I know it is true.
Well, for me,
But
I
I'm still
think,
shocked. Like, oh,
for
man.
me, I think it's a bit different.
Hey,
because,
man.
you know, I think the process still goes back to the thought, the mindset. When you have a open approach towards relationships. We've seen the likes of Robin Thicke and his ex-wife.
Yes, his
you know, they had this
ex-wife,
open approach towards their marriage, and because of that, you know, they were open to other relationships, and it wasn't a big deal. And when you really think about it, the reason why you find out that if we're to do some sort of, if we're to compare men and women in terms of cheating and all that, you find out that most men cheat because they have that open mind towards cheating.
Okay.
By the way, we have another call. Sambo from Ghana. Simon from Ghana. Good evening.
I'm from Ghana.
Bagada.
Sorry, apologies, Bagada.
Simon, please turn down the volume on your TV set. I can hear myself.
Yeah.
Okay now.
Ah, great one, Simon. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Just to say, cheating. As far as I'm concerned, cheating starts when you feel comfortable gisting with the other lady. At the time, when you feel comfortable gisting with a lady that is not your wife, you find comfort gisting with somebody you are not in a relationship with.
Okay.
You get my point?
Go ahead. Yes,
Yeah.
we do. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that is when cheating starts. When as a man you find delight gisting with a lady that you are not in a relationship with.
And you enjoy
Also
the
with a guy,
conversation.
also with a lady. When you find delight gisting with somebody that you're not in a relationship with.
Okay, Simon, what if the delight is a professional kind of, maybe because you both of you are in the same profession, and then you have this affinity towards the person because of the person's intellectual capabilities or capacity? What do you say in that kind of situation?
it's like you and I, we seems to be mixing things up.
Can you turn down the volume on your TV set, please?
Yeah, but you know what? When I say having a chat with the other lady,
okay,
when you just feel what you don't feel like discussing with your wife, you just find the light in gisting with the lady outside.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, Simon. Thank you very much for that contribution.
You got more on social media?
Yeah, so thank you very much once more, Simon, for calling. We're still expecting more calls so that you can give us your feedback on what you think on this particular topic. So I'm just going to take a comment on Facebook. This is by Faith Umana. She goes, no, it's not. But cheating can be avoided when that confidant is your spouse. I really don't understand what that means. Yeah. But then I'm going to take my own comment because I left my own comment on Facebook. Olamide Jean-Luc Oshofa says, well, for me... Are
you really measuring it now?
For me, I think it's a little more complex, as it takes two to cheat. For men, we can be more visually driven, while women are totally motivated for other reasons. It all boils down to the conception of being with someone other than your partner, or most times because you want to satisfy a guilty pleasure. I mean, it still goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. Like, there are times whereby the partner or whoever is, thinking towards moving out, it's a selfish thing. Yeah. I remember our first caller saying something about, maybe you're not satisfied or something like that. But most times, it's not really about satisfaction. It's more about selfishness. Because really, can you really ever be satisfied?
Well, yes and no. You know why? As I said earlier on, sometimes, when you have tested so many things, it affects you.
What are you
no, I mean, it affects you. It affects your being. For example, for you to cheat even, let's say you get a girlfriend, and all your life you've known one girl. You don't know how other things look like. Maybe nothing will push you to even start cheating. Do you understand? But from the mind, you'll be thinking, oh, 2008, I got something like this. So there are certain things that just, it's mind, you just start thinking about certain things, and you meet this girl, you do something, you say, no, the other one was better. And you start roaming with some crazy thoughts, and that's it.
But in all fairness, I think at every point in time, every one of us, we've been caught up in that web whereby you're with someone and then you meet this other person and then you are just driven by all sorts of things. It could be visual, it could be maybe you just enjoy that person's company. There are many things. And for me, I'm just going to talk for myself. Most times it starts with the thought of you wanting something. It's like an idea. You meet this lady, you're with a particular lady, and then, she's good, she's all right. But then you meet someone that has maybe better features and everything. And then that person, because it takes two, and that person gives you the kind of feedback you expect, and you go like, oh, all well and good, I'm a man. Let me step out, which is still selfish. So that's my point, because it starts from thinking it.
I agree.
But is it so some ladies also...
Before you go on, just while he's talking, see, I don't want to... we always have this thing, we talk about cheating, we start going to the man, go to the man. You've all been based on... the male gender. Let's see. Let's think about the female side.
Men. Women should call in.
Women don't cheat.
Should call in and
women cheat, but we need to hear from their own perspective.
Why do they cheat?
There are even more cheaters than us.
Women cheat for many reasons.
No, there are more cheaters.
He said women cheat more than men.
See, something he said which makes a lot of sense, actually. You see, you need to have that connection with a girl. When you find it's very easy, it drives you to go ahead. If they were extremely difficult, okay, when you try, you can't get her, then maybe we can restrict certain things. But, sometimes just as a click like that, you look at her, she look at you, and it starts happening, And some are just made for, like, sexual objects. You cannot take them anywhere, not for seriousness, but they just, blow you away. As you see them, whoa, you go crazy. But at the end of the day, it's still a woman.
Okay, so let's have our final takes. We'll have to round up now. So our final takes, what do you think? What do you guys think?
I'm going to keep it simple. It starts the moment you start thinking it. You don't have to meet this other person, but the moment you feel, because it's a principle thing, if you stand by your principles, you know, it's a disciplined thing. If you can stand by your principles, and then you want to stay with your partner, and you want to keep your partner happy, and you're not thinking about being selfish, no guilty pleasures here and there, then, you know, you're fine, you're good to go.
Yeah,
so it starts the moment you start thinking about it.
Yeah, for me, I think it starts when you start seeing something else. When your woman start changing shapes or changing way of being, you know, how you met her, she's looking different. And you see something better. You start thinking, okay, well, yeah, I have to go this way because you are seeing it. I mean, if you have you are blind, you cannot see anything. So definitely maybe you'll be just concentrating on your wife and she alone. But because you are seeing them, definitely, as you see, your mind goes there.
Okay, I would say it's quite close, but I don't exactly agree with this case that it starts when you start thinking about it. I think it starts when the trust goes down and, you know, not like you start thinking about the act, but then when you start doubting the person. You know, when you start doubting whoever you're in the relationship with. That's what I think. Okay, my name is Mike Messikeno, and it's been a great show. Guys? Hey, looking at me. You want to close?
Yeah, okay. Omar the First, Omar Robinson on Facebook and on Instagram, and of course on Google, Omar the First everywhere.
And I remain Olamide, and you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All you need to do is search Olamide Midas.
Okay, see you on Friday.
See you on Friday.